Hey guys, welcome back. It's going to be coming at you for a video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourselves. Damn, it's been a busy week for me. It's been a absolutely insane week with takeovers and content and pushing all my personal keys myself, like my personal best for HYDRA Clash. It's been insane, right? I think yesterday, I streamed for like 16 hours or so, doing takeovers and all sorts of things, and also achieving my new personal best. Obviously, you guys have seen my new brutal team, you've seen my new nightmare team and stuff like that, and I have basically took my average score, which is around about 5-6 billion per HYDRA Clash, and I basically doubled it, right, on my accounts. This was the teams that were running. Overall, I finished with 12.18 billion. I finished fourth in HYDRA Clash for SP2. Now, honestly, SP2 is a super competitive clan, so I feel really, really chuffed with my results. I think I should be. I think I put a lot of graft in. New personal best on normal with double Kaimar team. I did lose Emmerich, so it was a bit of a downfall for my Trunda, but anything, I actually beat it, which was around about 2.8 overall on normal billion. And I could have done much more, actually, in all fairness, but I just got to the point when a tiredness kicked in, and there was a couple of mistakes made in that team. So I reckon we could probably push this for 4. Nightmare is going to be a difficult one. I think it'll take anything over 1 billion for that, to be honest. And then Brutal definitely can get around about 1.5, maybe push even to 2 billion on and that. So pretty much could probably do more. I'll be happy with anything over 10. I think 10 will be like my target. Anyway, let's get into today's video. We're actually on only Kappa's account, and basically Kappa come to me for a HYDRA takeover himself. Now, he did Nightmare, Brutal, and Hard. His personal best was around about 60 million on Nightmare Affinity, Nightmare setting. And he's like, Grim, I need to beat my personal best. He is a clan leader. He wants to be more competitive in his clan and basically lead by example, which is totally respectable and stuff like that. So we built some teams up. I've still got to do his brutal key tonight and rebuild his hard key tonight in stream. If you want to go ahead and see, I suppose streaming is me building behind the scenes. If you're interested in that type of content, we have a bit of banter and a bit of chit chat and stuff like that. Go and check out my Twitch streams. I go live around about 6 p.m. GMT time. I'll probably be a bit late tonight because I'm a bit behind on schedule. So I'll probably be around about 7 p.m. GMT time tonight. So definitely go check it out. We do a bit of live arena as well and stuff like that. There will be no live arena update today because I've just fell behind from that. So I did do a recording. I don't know if the video will get out tomorrow. I've got quite a bit of planned for tomorrow's content. For a juicy video, so it's going to be a big one tomorrow and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get into today's video. I wanted to cover one of his outstanding performers in this team that we built a new personal best, and it's going to be where is he? The one and only Wall Master. I keep calling him War Master, but it's actually Wall Master. I'm not going to try and say that way. Overall, this guy is fantastic. He brought a lot of utility. I accidentally killed him by reflex damage, but we'll talk about the setup and stuff like that in the team and talk about the roles of the team. We're going to build a totally different team tonight, but a very similar team. Probably a little bit safer as well and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to cover him. So we'll go over his passive ability. Increases his champion's max HP by 20 for each enemy killed or HYDRA head decapitated by champion. Stacks up to 50,000. So you want him to try and kill as much as possible, really, and stuff like that. Now, his multipliers, I've been told, are quite low. So you do want like quite a lot of ignore defense on him to really kind of help him get his damage up. Now, he does like crazy damage, right? So he can do some lot of damage and stuff like that, which is pretty juicy. He then basically puts a increased attack, increased speed, and increased accuracy. So I think for Nightmare, we've built a run around about 175 accuracy, with a 80% accuracy aura, which is going to be Lady M, which is in the team as well. So I was able to kind of just halve it and then kind of go ahead with that. And then here he's got a fantastic ability here. He attacks all enemies 2 times. So it's a double hitter. The first hit will put a block buffs on. The second hit will put a decreased attack on. And then fills the champion's turn meter by 5% for each living enemy after the attack. So if he kills something, he won't get turn meter for that. It's 100% booked up on a 3-turn cooldown. With extra turn, he recycles pretty quickly, which is on a 4-turn cooldown with extra turns, basically it's like 3. He has an AoE here as well, which makes him fantastic. This attack will not trigger counterattacks, which is pretty nice. Fills this turn meter by 5% for each living enemy after the attack, so it's that same with A2. So 2 AoEs and a fantastic ability here. He's magic. His shame is not voids, because if he was void, it'd be absolutely a cannon. You can see he hasn't got many rankings, but the ones he does have are fantastic and stuff like that. But I don't feel like he's a G-Nut level in content, but other than Hydra, I think Hydra is fantastic. He brings a lot of utility and stuff like that. Anyway, let me show you the run, and we'll talk about the setup. I'm recording this as well for only Kepper, because this won't be easy for him to run week by week, but it generally will help him a lot. So as you can see here, this is his team. But Lady M, she's going to be like a cleanser, debuff, extender, duration, extender on the head, so like decreased speed and stuff like that. And it also brings in the counterattack for Mishiati on a 1 to kind of help spread the HE burns ahead across the heads and stuff like that. So the instant this will open up Rathalus's extra damage here with the ally attack as well to help Wixwell land the provoke on DK without doing any abilities. So then that opens up Wixwell to kind of do his like Incept and stuff like that. We've got this young lady who is a formal fusion champion as well, which is pretty cool. So I suppose War Master is probably the only champion that is not actually like a type of free-to-play champion, as we say, because Mishiati was a guaranteed champion back in the day. Some people call it free-to-play, some people won't, depending on roundabouts when I was playing it in the game. I'm not going to claim that this is a free-to-play team, because I'm really not interested in that type of stuff anyway. But yeah, pretty juicy team, and I feel like a lot of people can do this. Now, this is a Mangle team, which is something which that is not nice to do, but for someone that only has to run 3 keys a week, it's not too bad. He's just got to learn, but I think his potential is way more than he's doing. So as you can see, we're open with the ally attack there with Lady M to lock down DK. And then we open with the decreased speed and extra turns, so she's got increased attack, etc. as well. So when Hex set, can go provoke set if needed to be, but we got Wixwell in here, which is 100% on the E1. So he does what he wants to do. You can see War Master next, which will go and increase his own accuracy, and he will generally do his thing. So you can see here, Mishiati starting a counter attack, which we want to see like all the buffs coming from him with the attack. Sorry, with HE burn on the A1. We want to see their HE burn on all the heads generally. That is the target there. So then we can see here with the Blade Master, we're going to come in with 2.2. Blade Master is a fantastic champion. With Wixwell ability with Incept, I did say we can pull this on pretty much any head, but when Mischief is up, we'll need to pull it on Wixwell, because Wixwell is one of the built with the high resistance. We do have block buffs, which is on most of the time, which is pretty useful, but it's just one thing I have to take into consideration. And then Lady M actually can extend the debuffs as well, which is pretty juicy. Basically, the Incept will stop us getting certain people feared, true feared when Torment comes out. Now, on certain champions, he's gonna want to put that Incept ability on him when Mischief comes out. Sorry, when Torment comes out. So he does when they then get feared for like War Master, for example. He's got AoE on an A1, A2. He's gonna get feared all the time. For example, Lady M, well, she won't get feared, right? Because she can cleanse off the fears with the A2. She can do the ally attack, so she's got a single ability on A1. So she don't really get any true fears on her. Mishiati is probably the same. Like, you could cleanse off the true fears with him. You could easily do the A2, then A1, and then A3, and then A1. Like so. I suppose you could put the inceptibility on Wixwell as well, because he does get true feared when he does the counterattack, which is his passive, so you can't really stop it. Which is generally where he would need to use insect correctly. Now, I haven't used insect correctly. I'm new to this team as well as he is, but I'm just doing my expertise in this area to help him build his personal best. You can see here we're on turn 2. We're on nearly 3 million damage already, so it's looking very juicy as a key. So as he does this, when he opens up, it's going to be fantastic for him. Overall, we've counted pretty much everything as possible. This team is quite squishy to Wrath, so we need to be careful of Wrath. But you have got shields. He's got a little bit of heals. Life Drink is going to be a big thing for this. And then actually War Master as well is going to be key with his passive ability. Blade Master didn't actually struggle to stay alive this rotation. So that might be because Wrath is weak affinity to him, which was pretty juicy for him. And I always build quite a juicy amount of HP as well. You see there, he actually done quite a bit of damage. I think we've seen Rathless do 2-3 billion on one of the heads throughout. So if he does it correctly, he'll be fantastic damage. So let's go away to the end then. So you can see here, turn 99, 108, stacking the damage, so. And let's have a look where I'd made a mistake and got myself killed. You can see here it was quite a bit ago. I think it was around about 98. So you can see here, got lots of HP, stuff like that. That's a passive ability working quite well. And I think I actually just did the big ability. Wasn't paying attention actually. Ally protection goes up here. So I buff up, smack a room time. Oh dear. See how much HP I just destroyed. And he had so much HP as well, which is basically his passive ability. It was not a smart idea. Check for this. It's the only time he didn't land the block buffs as well. But either way, we're at 90 million, 90 million, and then War Master drops at around about 90 million. And in the end, Blade Master coming in with 28. So Blade Master coming in with 25. And then he's coming in with 28. Mishiati coming in with 36. He definitely would have been at Mishiati's level in damage if I didn't go ahead and get him killed. So it's kind of interesting, right? Obviously, if he gets more blessings, stuff like that, it's going to really, really help him. Just level 1 blessing will bring 7,500 overall. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the gear and stuff like that. That's what we're interested in, and see on how everyone is built. Let's go ahead and check it out. get through her turns quite quickly and stuff like that. Now, if you could get a merciless set, that would be quite good as well. But again, we just focus on good speed, good accuracy. We have accuracy aura, and I just basically try to crit cap up as well, and then pump in what damage we can with like the blessings and stuff like that. Plenty of survivability as well, definitely needed for this style of team. You don't want everyone to be super squishy. I am speaking from personal experience. It could be a nasty experience. I don't feel like experience will be too bad. Blessing, you could go with any type of ignore defense. Just remember with cruel, you only want like so much cruel, and then basically it starts becoming pointless after a certain while. So don't take too many of cruels. Was basically going through his clan and be like, yeah, this person got too much cruel, this one's got too much crusher ram, why is this guy using crusher ram with this champion, etc. And basically just giving some advice as well through his own experience and as a clan leader, where he can probably go back and give some information. Now, as you can see, these are the War Master and stuff like that. I should actually change Cycle of Violence for Cycle of Magic on Lady M, just to help her more be consistent for that, because she doesn't like do a ton of damage. So like Cycle of Violence, you only want to put on DPS champions. And then you've got Wixwell here as well. Wixwell is the slowest person in the team. Again, crit capped, much critical damage as possible. We want good accuracy. Now we have accuracy aura of 80, so we built 400 accuracy. You generally do need around about 350 accuracy. However, it is worth pointing out, noting when there is a certain rotation, which I can't remember which one it is, one of the heads puts 50 resistance on. So then it means your accuracy requirements are 400. So them two heads put together, it's always good to try and build 400 accuracy for that. You can see here we don't actually have anything in the Great Hall, which we spoke about last night, about he could use it to basically increase his damage. Now we would ideally like Merciless and Reflex or Impulse or something like that. We don't have that type of gear and these type of stats. We just built him with broken stats, broken sets with the stats we wanted. I took lasting gifts for like the A3. Cycle of Magic again is better for people that don't do like a ton of damage, etc. And then we've got Life Drinker and stuff as well. Like so, we did take Cruelty for him as well. It's worth noting, like you cap out at like 6-star Cruelty, or I think it's like 7 or 8 stars max in your whole team, and you basically cap out Cruelty, and that's when Cruelty becomes completely useless for sure. And then we'll talk about Rathalos. Rathalos is one of the best ones for this. Now, Rathalos has got so much more potential to do damage if he basically just kind of looks at certain things, like does the HP burn better, like I did, and stuff like that. His potential for this team is like 250 million per key. We ended last night around about 113, just because like I messed up with the ability. We didn't really have time to run it again. So these are the masteries that we're running here, which is pretty okay. We're actually going to reset them because I've kind of see War Master here. So I House Smasher here, and I want War Master. War Master is a better ability to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and reset these. And we'll take Cycle of Violence. And then we'll just come all the way down for War Master here. And then we don't want Retribution because we don't want True Fear on us. So we're just going to take extra survivability here. He doesn't really do any healings or anything like that. Doesn't need accuracy either. So it's one of these ones that you'd kind of just like look at. We'll take some Law Steel. We'll take some extra damage here. And then we could take in Spirit Haste here as well. So I don't want Retribution because we don't want the fear. So that's why I kind of went down this route to take that, an extra turn meter and stuff like that. You could take Cycle of Magic as well, but we have Cycle of Violence already and we have Reflex already as well. Obviously, if you could get Refresh as well with these type of stats, that'd be pretty cool. You want him to be slower with Mishiati and stuff like that because you want to see the damage. These stats can be improved, but you see there a big chunk of 51,000 HP which is generally needed for these style of teams. Then we'll take a look at War Caller as well, which is pretty juicy. Now, with War Caller, we did put him in lethal because, again, we spoke about how his multipliers are not the highest and stuff like that. So we want him to ignore much defense as possible. So we kind of juice his stats up and stuff like that. Definitely has a little bit better gear as well. He's got really good speed as well, which is something that's pretty nice. End of the day, he does put like bot bust down, which you want to go before like Vishiati and stuff like that. Good at reasonable attack. Attack can be improved. We're still missing one buck here, which will help his damage just a little bit. These are the masteries that we're running again, which again, typical accuracy and then stuff like that as well. And then yeah, so like you can still oil quite a bit out and bring his like damage up a lot more. And like once he got a couple of blessings as well, that really help. Like level 2 blessing and bring a lot more attack and stuff like that. So again, he will bring more damage overall. And then we have Mishi 1-star. Mishi 2 will go into his team soon. Now we are using Instinct. Now he hasn't got like a ton of Savage and stuff like that. His Savage was not quite good, and his Lethal was like hard to scrap together. So I went out and cleared a load of his Instinct sets out and stuff like that, and we basically brought in Instinct. Now Mishi does need slightly little bit more accuracy, which we spoke about last night. I think that's why I actually took like the extra accuracy. Oh no, I wanted to take the extra accuracy in the Great Hall just to kind of cap out 400. So that'll be something we'll probably kind of look at later, which is where we'll do a update on his medals there. But again, good HP, good defense, and good speed for this style of team. And I'm trying to think what other champion was in the team. Let me go ahead and check. So we put all the gear and stuff like that. Oh yeah, for the masteries, again, War Master here, pretty self-explanatory. Sniper is actually good for the A1. And then Brimstone here, actually, I like at least one champion with a high-level Brimstone. We've got 2 champions with 1-stars, which is okay, you know, it's not really required. It just helps sometimes with, like, Devoured and stuff like that. So, yeah, and then who was the last one? I can't remember. Who was the last one? So let me just go ahead and check because I forgot who was running in the team. That's fine. We're just looking at the teams. It was Wixwell. There we go. Wixwell and thingy. No, we done Wixwell. It was the increased speed champion. Oh, this is a weird spelling. Here. It unfortunately didn't get the 5-star blessing when it was out in the tournament. This would have helped his damage quite a bit. But, you know, there's no point looking at past events and stuff like that and start kicking yourself. But it's a good case where you might want to consider of getting that extra stuff. And then like that. So, but level 1 blessings as well. Like, if you're going for these type of teams, you really want to try and get these level 1 blessings. Like 7,500 HP just from one blessing is pretty insane, so it's definitely something you should try to do. Again, we've crit capped him out 100%, so all his champions are crit capped to do damage. His accuracy is at 320, so again, accuracy or 400. Really good speed. You want her to come around her rotation as much as possible, and she can actually do quite a bit of damage as well. We could have put a bit more damage on her, but I wanted to play it safe with these style of schemes. And again, I'll probably need to look at these masteries later on when we put them on, because like that is not a good mastery tree. So I'll look at that later on when I'm doing his new other team. So there we are. There's one key down. I know he's like super happy. For his next 2 teams, we're going to be looking at Cecilia and Cardio. And then on the second team, we're going to be looking at Cardio and Whisper for them side teams, and then we'll put something together for him there. It is a regular team, but it's a new personal best of, and we absolutely hammered his personal best. He's going to get like 4 times, maybe 5 times his personal best before that. So he's actually looking forward to running his Hydra keys. I'm really chuffed to kind of really help someone look forward of doing some crazy numbers in the Hydra. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Grim Reaper. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.